Let's talk for a little bit about this question of trust that you brought up before. We're in such a different and bewildering world, from particularly compared to the years of Walter Cronkite that you referred to. He was the oracle at the time. If Walter Cronkite said it, it was. But how do we get back as journalists to a place where we can sort out fact from fiction when we have the president himself constantly, to the point where I think he's sort of worn out that song, but still constantly accusing people of fake news? And I hear people say fake news now all the time as a catchphrase. Fake news, that's fake news.
Well, it makes a difference. It always makes a difference because, leadership matters. And I know we all know that. But and I've read books on leadership. I've talked to the most important leaders in the world. And I guess this is the first time I've sort of seen how quickly a leader can institute change, can change a culture, can change a mindset to focus on winning and what matters. And she was poring over the books and fascinated by every detail. That interest in every detail, it does matter. I think sometimes that has been a pejorative trait. But I think in many ways that's the power of representation. That was attracted me, I think, to this field ultimately, alongside my parents' reverence for journalists and the truth and information. And so, and then just in the years that I've worked at NBC and CBS, I feel like I've been treated very fairly.
Yes, today? Yes.
Oh, I don't even know how to answer that question. I don't even know. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, so so take us back a little bit. You come from a military family, right? So I'm not surprised that you're focusing on women in service because you have an appreciation for that.
Yeah. We're sorting through this incredible team of people every day. All this information that you're bombarded with, kick off your heels, your tennis shoes, your flip-flops at 6:30. We're going to sort through it for you in half an hour. They do it on CBS this morning as well. You can see the best journalism and interviews on 60 Minutes. There's a filter. There's a filter that's important. And I'll just add with this one last story because this maybe explains it.
I absolutely believe in that, and I think that there are verifiable facts and there are not. And when I see people, being interviewed like, just sort of a man on the street saying, "Oh yeah, it's all nonsense," or "It's all made up," or it's just conspiracy theories.
And to the detail, to the truth. And I think that is the difference between a trusted source in news and then someone that's just repeating headlines or tweets or whatever they are.
So if that's the case, what do you make of the reality of a Fox News, which today is more and more regarded as a mouthpiece for the administration and often ignores highly relevant news and often distorts the news?
So I know we write lots of emails and texts, but just remember to write handwritten notes. Who I am.
What about interviewing Trump? That's going to happen, presumably. What would you take as your kind of guiding light? Because last question, since I know we have to go. How, a week out from your taking over this broadcast, how are you going to measure your own success at this job?